Hi there. My name is Fela Dorotoye, and I am the presidential candidate for the Alliance for New Nigeria Party, ANN, in the 2019 general elections. You know, someone once said that it's not everything that happens in your past that qualifies to be called history. That actually history is everything that happened in the past that shaped the future. And whilst we have had quite a few general elections in the past, the truth is that I think no other election is going to be as historic as the 1959 general elections, which brought us independence, as this one that we are going into, the upcoming 2019 elections. You know, in 1959, the general elections brought us an independent nation in 1960. But I believe that even though whilst we became independent, we never really became free. We were not free from poverty. We have not become free from preventable diseases. People have not become free to express their own views and be able to have freedom of association, freedom of religion, and most importantly, they are not free to pursue their dreams and aspirations. Most of the time, it depends on who you know to be able to get what it is that you're ordinarily supposed to deserve. That is an independent nation but not a free nation. I believe that 2019 is going to be the opportunity that we have to birth a new Nigeria where all will not just be independent, but we will all be free. We'll be free to pursue our own happiness, to be able to achieve our dreams, and to be able to prosper and enjoy collective success as a nation. This is the new Nigeria that everyone wants, a nation that we know we are blessed enough to be. But that new Nigeria is going to depend on the decisions that we take in the 2019 general elections. You know, the 2019 general elections is not just a decision between one party or the other. It's actually a decision between the old Nigeria that have been brought to us by the old politicians and a new Nigeria that will be brought to us by a new generation of nation builders. You know, the old politicians have come and used money to confuse the people. They have used our creed, our ideology, our religion, our tribes to divide the people. But as new nation builders, we will unite the people together, understanding that it is one ideology we have to birth a nation that we deserve, to birth a nation we'll be proud to give to our children and they'll be grateful to inherit from us, to birth a great nation, not just a blessed country, but a great nation, a nation where everything works and where government works for everyone, not just a few, a nation where the child of a nobody can become somebody without knowing anybody, a nation where there will be opportunities for all. But to have that nation, we have to do something very special. Number one, we must believe in our nation, Nigeria. We must believe in the potential of our nation to be a great nation. We are already blessed enough in mineral resources beneath the earth, natural resources on top of it, and then the human resources are unbelievable. I believe Nigerians have by far one of the best, have the greatest potential in the world. And you can see that every time you put Nigerians on a global stage on a level playing field. Okay, one thing that I know is that Nigerians literally were born with wings, and whenever you take off the restrictive cage that the rulers that have ruled us for the last 57, 58 years have placed on us, then you will see the potential of the Nigerian to be able to soar and do great things. I believe that human capacity and human potential is what makes Nigeria special. So I want you to believe in the potential of our nation to become a great nation. But the second thing is I want you to believe in the capacity of this generation to build that new nation, that new Nigeria. We are that generation that has been empowered probably more than any other generation with information, with communication, and with technology. We have the capacity to be able to disrupt the status quo as we've always known it. We are the generation that has the ability to say enough of the old and out with the old. Now to say, incoming with the new, and let us make it happen. This is what we want to do as a generation. But, you know, the old generation has taught us that we really can't do anything, that we can't do anything together and we can't make a difference. They've told us that our votes don't count. But I always say to people, if your votes didn't count, why do the old politicians buy it? Would you buy a pen that doesn't work? You wouldn't. So why would anybody buy votes that don't count? I believe it's one of the things they've done to help us believe or lose faith in ourselves. I also want you to believe that not only will your vote count, but your voice will count. That you will, yes, have one thumb to be able to bring about one vote, and it will count, but that your voice has the capacity to inspire a whole generation of people who will vote. And many of them are within your sphere of influence. They're your friends, your family members, your colleagues, or in school or at work. That when you speak to them, you have the ability to be able to take the light of your candle of belief and light their own candles of belief. Many people are living in the darkness of doubt because their candles of belief have not been lit. And I'm asking you, believe in Nigeria, but more importantly, believe in our generation and believe in yourself, your ability to be able to collectively with this generation birth that new Nigeria. And it will take your vote, it will take your voice, but it will also take your donations. You see, some of us have stepped forward to decide to do this, and we've done it and come this far without any godfather, none of the help of the cabals, because we always believed that the people of Nigeria were more in number than the number of people that are controlled by the cabals. The cabals usually buy votes. They usually organize their systems, political systems, to rig elections. But did you know that in the 2015 elections, even though there were 96 million people who could vote because they were above the age of 18, 68 million voters' cards were issued. And yet, with all the what I call shenanigans of the cabal, vote buying, vote rigging, ballot stuffing, underage voting, the cabals with all their structure in every ward and in every local government, they were only able to get only 28 million votes, not voters, 28 million votes. Now, what's the significance of this? It means that even if we assumed that every vote belonged to a voter, 40 million people did not vote who had their voters' cards. Okay, it also means that an additional 28 million people did not even bother to get their voters' card, so they could not vote. So if you look at the total number of people who were above the age of 18 but did not vote, you would find out that 68 million Nigerians did not participate in the 2015 elections. Between 2015 and now, we've been told by the Independent National Electoral Commission that another 23 million new voters' cards have been added to our voting public. So that tells me that there are now 91 million votes. And yet, did you know that year on year, or election year on year, votes usually grow by only about 3 million to sometimes 5 million. So even if, this is the point, even if a total number of, let's even say, 40 million people, that's really taken too far, decided to get involved, there's still a 51 million population that usually will not get involved if it was left to these two political establishment parties, APC and PDP. Why? Because the currency of these people is not money, as it is with those who sell their votes. The currency of that larger population is belief. And in 2015, they just didn't have anything to believe. They didn't have anyone to believe. They didn't have any ideology to believe in. And they didn't have the political structure of the parties had disappointed them through governance of PDP and, of course, APC emerging to decide that they were not going to participate in those elections at all. What is the point that we're making? Is that this is the time for them to believe in something. And people are believing. But we've got to take that message of belief to another level. We've got to make sure that that message goes to every nook and cranny. We've got to be able to saturate the social media with that belief. That is where most of the people are. And you're going to take them even beyond social media and make sure that everywhere, in every city, we are going to get the message of a new Nigeria. Let me say something very important. Everyone wants a new Nigeria. Everyone wants a nation where they are not poor. Everyone wants a nation where the economy is growing. Everyone wants jobs. Everyone wants to be not just gainfully employed but joyfully employed. Everyone wants to take care of their family, and everyone wants to see power. Everyone wants good health care. This is what we have the capacity to do when government works for everyone. And this is what it is that Alliance for New Nigeria is committed to make sure that we lead a team in government that will work for everyone, not just a few. So, we need your help. We've come this far without the cabal money, but we also need to scale up the message. And this is the time when you are going to have the opportunity to say, I was a part of making the new Nigeria happen. When your children ask you, whether you are here in Nigeria or you're in diaspora, when your children ask you, how did we build this new nation out of the rot of the old one? You would have the opportunity to say, well, even though I couldn't vote, that's if you couldn't, you would say, at least I was a part of supporting those who could run for office by giving their donations. So I would like to ask you to kindly support the New Nigeria movement by giving to every candidate that you believe will help to deliver a new Nigeria. Remember, those who have brought us this far are not the same people that will be able to take us to where we're going. Those who brought us the Nigeria we don't want cannot be the ones that we will trust again to give us the new Nigeria that we deserve. So, I'm asking, if you look down in this, at the bottom of the screen, you would see the account details that we would like. The Fela Durotue Support Initiative is an account that is transparent. It's an account that is well governed. I am not a signatory to that account. And everything that we have been given, we have accounted for. And we have not collected any monies from anybody that has not gone into those accounts. So I want you to please trust that together we can build this new Nigeria when we align our strengths together, when we align our funds together, when we align our voices together. If we can, as one people, speak with one voice and act with one purpose to deliver a new Nigeria, nothing will be impossible for us. This is what it is that we know for sure. So I'm asking you, join hands with us and let us together deliver a new Nigeria. God bless you, and God bless our Federal Republic of Nigeria.